Absolutely, justice was served. Michael was watching over us.
Good evening, I'm Danita Harris. Michael Jackson's sister LaToya says she is overjoyed tonight after a jury convicted Jackson's doctor of involuntary manslaughter in his death. There is also reaction here in Cleveland tonight. News Channel 5's Deb Lee was outside the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame shortly after the verdict was read. And Deb, were fans surprised by the guilty verdict?
No, not really. And as far as the sentencing later this month, the fans I talked to said if the doctor did the crime, then he should do the time. Dr. Conrad Murray was placed in handcuffs right after the verdict was read.
We, the jury in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Conrad Robert Murray, guilty of the crime of involuntary manslaughter.
It took the jury less than 9 hours to decide that it was Murray and not Michael Jackson himself who administered the lethal dose of anesthetic that killed the pop star 2 years ago. In stark contrast to the huge crowds outside the Los Angeles courthouse, it was quiet here at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, where Jackson was inducted 10 years ago. But music fans here seem okay with today's verdict.
Well, if he done it, he deserved to be punished. That's bottom line right there.
I don't think it's kind of tragic, I guess, that he, robbed music of one of its greatest influences.
He was abused and manipulated his whole life, and it's justice for him.
The doctor has his supporters as well. One of his patients tearfully calling him a scapegoat who didn't deserve this. The next time Murray sees this judge, he could be sentenced to as many as 4 years in prison. But does the end of this case close the book on this story? Is this really it?
I hope so.
Never. He's the king of pop. They're always going to find something to say about this.
Now, Dr. Murray will be sentenced November 29th. He's going to have to stay in jail until then. But the district attorney says he probably will not spend any lengthy amount of time in prison because of recent changes in California law. Deb Lee, News Channel 5.